Okay. Park pickup light for me. All right. Oh, the other one. What do we try to pass it that direction? Give me a better pass that direction. Okay. You're right. Okay, phones up. I want to see them out. Headphones up. I don't want to see them out. Put your headphones up. If I see them, I'm going to take them. I'm going to start being a bear about that. Okay. All right, today's note, 6-7, solving radical equations and inequalities. When you hear the word equation, what does that mean?
Problem.
It's a problem that it's got to have, what's the main thing it's going to have? What makes an equation?
It has an equal sign.
An equal sign, very good. And an inequality has greater than, less than, all that, okay? Now today all we're going to do is we're going to do the first two examples today. Okay, we're just going to be dealing with equations. One of the reasons why is because some of the problems can tend to be a little lengthy, because when you're dealing with radicals, you have to check your solution. Okay? And the reason for that is because what goes in front of the radical all the time? What goes in front of square root?
A constant.
Yeah, and when you take the square root of something, okay, you can have how many answers? You can have two answers, right? That's where the plus minus comes in front. Right? You guys remember that? Okay. So, we have to make sure that we check our answers. All right, find that slide right there. It should be the first slide. This is the steps that you want to follow. Okay, when you're solving these. First thing is you want to isolate the radical on one side of the equation. Okay? So if you got stuff next to it, you'll have to move it. I'll show you how to do that. Step 2, raise each side of the equation to the power that's equal to the index of the radical to eliminate the radical. For example, if you have a square root, then I would raise it to the square. If I have a cube root, then I would raise it to the cube, right? If I have the fourth root, then I would raise it to the fourth power. That's basically all that means. Step 3, solve the resulting polynomial equation, and then you got to check your results. Okay? Got to check your results. All right, so where's the radical? What's under the radical here? Y minus 2, very good. What's outside of the radical? Negative 1. So we need to move that first before I can do anything with the radical. I'm going to rewrite my equation. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 to each side. I'm going to get everything away from the radical. Okay, then step 2, once I isolate the radical, okay, then I got to take it to the what power? It's a square root, so what power would I take it to? Very good. I'm going to put it in parentheses just like this. And then I'm going to put a 2 in the top right-hand corner. Now, if I do something to one side, I do the same thing over here. Okay. You guys with us? Someone's sorry, someone's sorry. Okay, so now once I get to this point, anytime I take the square of the square root, what happens to the radical? Yeah, it just falls off and disappears. 6 squared is going to be 36. How do I isolate y? Very good. So I think 38 will work. The thing we got to do though is plug it back in, and you can check all these boxes. These are your steps right here. I'm going to take 38 and I'm going to plug it back in for the original equation. So 38 minus 2 is 36. Square root of 36.
6.
5. 6 minus 1 is 5. Okay. So basically, for that number to work, the left side has to equal the right side. And we're in good shape. Okay?
Can you just type that in your calculator without the equals 5 up there? See if it equals 5.
Yeah, you probably could. I'm showing you why, okay? You understand? Yeah, you could probably type that into your calculator. Most of you probably will, okay? All I'm saying is you need to go back and check, all right? To make sure it works okay, all right? If you want to use calculator, I don't care. That's up to you guys. I'm just showing you why you got to do it. Okay, example 1b. Okay, now, how is this one different than the previous one?
There are 2 radicals.
2 radicals, right? Are they on the same side or the opposite side?
Opposite side.
Okay, so you got a dilemma here on your right side, though. If you notice, you got a 2 in front of it, and so you have 2 terms separated by a minus sign that makes it a what? What kind of type of polynomial? Binomial. And the thing with binomials, okay, is they're kind of a different animal. That means they're kind of attached to each other in a way. Is everybody clear on that? Okay, so you have to treat it as such. So the first one, what we want to do here, okay, I'm going to write the original equation, and then I'm going to go ahead and square both sides. Now, the whole reason why I showed you why it's a binomial is so that tells you put parentheses around it. Okay, and I'm going to put parentheses here, and I'm going to square that, and I'm going to square that. Everybody with me so far? Okay, so what happens to this side?
The square disappears.
Okay, you just lose the radical, don't you? Okay, now, how many of these do you actually have? You got how many? 2. So I have to rewrite it like so. Okay? What's that look like to you guys? Yeah, it looks like foil, doesn't it? Okay, so 2 times 2 would be what? Okay, 2 times a negative 1 square root of x. Okay? And then the middle terms, these 2 times that would be what? Same thing, right? And then the last square root of x times square root of x is actually just going to be what? X, right? Positive or negative? Very good. Okay, do you have any like terms you can combine? Okay, what would they give me?
Negative 4 x
Very
squared.
good. Everybody good so far? Okay, now, we've got some like terms, don't I? Are they on the same side or opposite sides? Okay, so we have to do some inverse properties, right? Alright, so first one, I think I'm gonna mess with this one. I'm gonna subtract x from both sides. What ends up happening here?
It cancels out both sides.
Yeah, these two cancel each other out, don't they? Guys see it okay? Am I going too fast, too slow? Okay, so what else can I move here? Okay, so how would you move it?
Minus 4.
Okay, that ends up giving me
Negative 16.
those two cancel. Okay, so negative 4 next to the radical. If I treat the radical like a variable, I know we talked about that last semester, some of our guys over here. Okay, so if I have a 4 in front of that, what mathematical operation is that? Okay, so with the inverse, how do I move it? Divide, right? Okay, so I'm going to divide this by negative 4. Okay, these two canceling out. Negative 16 divided by negative 4. Positive 4. Very good. Square both sides. 16 equals x. Does anybody need more time writing that down? Dude, you might want to wake up. Put a pencil in your hand and you wrote all that down? Stay awake. Okay, everybody good? Right? You got it? Okay, so again, what do I have to do here? I got to check it, right? We said x equals 16. So now here's where you run into problems. Can anybody see the problem right from the get-go?
There's x on both sides.
Yeah, if you notice though, right here, if I put, it's not going to be, end up being the same thing, is it? Okay, you're going to have two different radicals, even though that's x and that's x. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so this is going to end up being actually 4, right?
Which equals 2.
But the problem over here is it's different. This is different than this. Isn't it? That's the problem you run into. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so that's 2 equals 2 times 4. 2 equals, is that a true statement? It's not true, is it? So 16, there's what? This is not going to work. So you end up getting no solution.
Wait, what happens to minus between 2 and the x?
Yeah, it's
Wait, so then it's 2 minus.
it's still not going to work though.
Yeah.
Okay, my math is off because I'm trying to hurry. That's 2. Okay, you got 2 minus, subtract 2. 0 equals what? Divide by -1. See what I'm saying? It's still not going to equal each other.
Okay, I did it differently and I got 2 equals 2.
Should be -2 equals 2.
I got 2. It's negative 2.
Yeah. So 2 can't equal -2, right? So it's not. It's going to end up being no solution. Are you with me? I'm just trying to go a little fast here, because some people are like falling asleep. Okay, so next one. I'm going to work through these real quick. You guys follow along. There's a couple of other examples. Okay, anybody tell me what I need to do here first? Add 1. 6 equals square root of that. Square both sides. Add 2. And then check and see if it works. Okay, I'll let you guys do that. All right? Be real easy. I'm sorry. 38 minus 2 is 36. Square root of 36 is 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 equals 5. Okay, so on this one, okay, so I got to square both sides. Okay, so x plus 15. And then I got to use what on that one? I use FOIL on the right side, so it's 5 plus square root of x. Do you guys have a question? Jay, do you have a question?
No, why?
Somebody's talking, I was like, thought they may have a question.
Oh, no. Not me.
Okay, so x plus 15, 5 times 5 is what? 5 times that would be, and then the same thing in the middle, and then the last would be plus x. Subtract x from both sides. Square it, x equals -1 times -1 is 1. Just another example. Okay, I think there's 2 check your progress, right? Is there 2 of them? Okay, you guys work those real quick on your own. Give you a little bit of time to work those, and then let's see what you got. See if you guys are working it right. How's things going? Staying busy, man. I would find the app, like, I
can get the simple one, that's probably just.
It's really just.
I thought you-
How many year long? Split two. Pretty neat though. Yeah. See you, man. Hey, what you guys get on the first?
We got me.
Raise your hand if you got A. Raise your hand if you got B. What do you got B? Raise your hand if you got C. How many have you got D? Okay, C is the correct answer. Okay? You want to work it out? Huh? Real quick. It won't take you like 2 minutes. Okay, so what do I got to do first, guys? Plus 2. 8, right? Square it. Square it.
Can you check that?
Yeah, just plug it back in. Bring it back up here. 67 minus 3. Square root 64. 8 minus 2. 6. So it equals the right side. Right? Okay, did you guys do that one? Did you get that one done yet? Huh? How many of you got 2? How many of you got B? Who got C? How many of you got D? Raise your hand high. How many of you didn't get it done? Okay, why did you ask for more time then? Okay. Work it out, work it out, work it out, work it out. Do it now so you know you can find your mistakes. You guys got to work it out so you can know, you can identify where you're making your mistakes, making your hang-ups, okay? Well, you see, you found it, didn't you?
Yeah.
On the previous problem? Okay, what's the first thing I got to do on this one, guys? Square both sides. Just follow the steps in the example, 3 examples that I worked. Okay, so I'm going to square. That's only 2. I'm going to square both sides, right? So it gives me 1 minus square root. We're good? Okay, so 1. Oh, crap. Should be negative. Sorry. Somebody didn't tell me that. Now I'm good. Right? Okay. Two. Right? Am I good so far? I was actually had a question. Okay, so if you start moving some things, subtract x. Subtract 1 there. Divide by 2. Square it. And then I gotta come back to my original, see if it's gonna work. 4 plus 5 is 9, square root of 9 would be, okay, negative 1 in front of that. What's square root of 4? Okay, so 2 times minus 2. Does 3 equal negative 3? Okay, so my answer has to be what? It's going to be D. Somebody may have originally thought it was B, but it can't be B, right? You didn't check. You got to make sure you check. Okay? Is there another one after that?
Example number 2.
Oops. Okay. All right. Now, if you notice here, you got, what's my exponent here? It's a third, right? It's a fraction. Everybody with me? Hello. You guys wake up. It's the fraction, or the exponent is a third, right? It's just like saying, based on our conversions that we did in the 6-6, that's like saying to the third nth root, right? Okay, so I don't need, if I know that, I don't need to rewrite all this. I don't need to rewrite it like, I don't need to do that, do I? You see what I'm saying? All I have to do really is just take this and put brackets around it like so. Okay, now, I'm kind of missing a step here, aren't I? What do I need to do first?
Subtract 5.
Yeah, I should have subtracted 5 first. Okay, and then I'm going to rewrite it. Now I can put brackets around it. Put parentheses around that. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take it, put a 3 there.
Are you doing the reciprocal?
No. Well, kind of, sort of, yeah, in a way. I'm just like, we don't have to really, we can only convert it back to the 30th root. But it's like taking the reciprocal in a way. All right? We don't, yeah, be careful about thinking of it. I don't want you to confuse me. If I cube that left side, I got to cube the right side. Okay, now, so what happens here? These basically just cancel each other out, don't they? 3 over 3 is just 1, right? Okay, so this, I can bring over, what's the cube? Cube of negative 5. Negative 125? And then just simple algebra. Divide by 3, y equals negative 42. Okay, and then again, what do I need to do?
Check.
Need to check it.
Once you finish this one, can you go back to the left side?
What is that? Negative 126? And that would be what? What is that?
5i.
Okay, so watch this. Now here's where I would convert this. Okay, because it's easier to plug it into your calculator, right? This is like saying the cube root of that, isn't it? That's what I was talking about earlier. That's what we did in 6-6. Remember that? Okay, so plus 5 equals 0. What's the cube root of negative 125? Negative 5, isn't it? Negative 5 plus 5. So 0 equals 0. So this is my solution. It works.
Hey, can you go to the last slide? You said all that.
Huh?
Can you go to the last slide?
The one before it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're recording it too. You can get it on Google if you miss something.
Are you recording it like?
Yeah.
Like I gotta listen for like an hour.
No, you can just like any other video. You can fast forward or you can rewind. You can even pause it. That's the beautiful thing about it.
So it's like is it a video?
Yeah.
Or,
I'm recording it. What we're doing on the board, I'm recording right now.
Yeah, like this is all be in the video, this conversation.
what's up?
So I uploaded to the Google Classroom. So if you miss something or you need to go back, you can listen to it.
Take that out.
I'm gonna be trying to do my next number.
All right. On these two, listen to me. You need to do a couple things. When I did this, I started doing it, putting these notes together in class yesterday. But when I got home, the math equation editor that I had, for some reason, didn't add the parentheses. So you need to go back and put parentheses right there. Okay? And then you need to put parentheses right there. Okay, now, I want to work this 2b for you real quick. Okay, because it looks a little bit different than the one before, right? Okay, this one 2a is just like the one we just did. Okay, what's different about this one though? Got it's 3 in front, right? Okay, now, you treat that part right there kind of like a variable, right? Apply your variable rules. And what I mean by that is anytime you have a 3 in front of that, what mathematical operation is that? So if I want to undo it, I just do division, right? Is everybody with me? Okay, so write this down. I'm going to help you out with this one. What would I want to do on this one first? So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Write this down so you know. Should be copying this down. Are you copying this down?
Yeah.
Okay, then what's next? No, don't do that.
The 1/3 and the 3 cancel each other out.
Divide first. Divide both sides. We're basically just dividing this whole left side by 3. Okay? Okay, now, I'm going to put that in brackets. What can I do to that left side now? Yeah, I can put it to the 3rd power. If I do it to the left side, I got to do it to the, okay? Now, by doing it to the left side, what happens to this nth root here?
Cancel each other out.
So it basically drops my parentheses, right? Okay, now, what is 2/3 to the 3rd power? 2 times 2 times.
3 times 2 times 3.
How many 2/3 do I have?
3.
I got 3. It equals that, right? Hello, you guys with me?
Yep.
Okay, so how do I multiply fractions? So 2 times 2 times 2 gives me 3 times 3 times 3 gives me. Are we clear? Okay. So now I'm going to add 1 to both sides. What is 8 over 27 plus 1?
1 and 8 over 27.
Very good. Okay. You'd be amazed at how many people miss that. Okay. All right. So here's where it gets a little tricky. I'm going to come over here. Stupid. All right. Here's where it gets a little tricky. You got to pay attention to this. Okay, because my next step, how do I get the y by itself? Okay. I'm going to draw a big long line, or a big long fraction bar, and I'm going to put 5 there. Okay, now, I got the top half here, right? So from this line up is the top half. From this line down is the bottom half. Everybody with me? I'm going to put this over 1. And then I'm going to change this to a what kind of fraction? Very good. So 1 times 27, add 8. So that gives me 35 over 27, right? But I still have the 5 over. Now you should remember in Algebra 1, we don't divide in algebra, we do what? We multiply by its reciprocal. Okay, so instead of dividing by 5 over 1, I'm going to flip that and change it to what? Exactly. Now, can I simplify before I multiply it? Will 5 go into itself how many times? How many times will it go into 35? So now 7 times 1 gives me 27 times 1. That's my answer.
Yeah, what I did was I just plugged in 1, 8 over 27 is 5 over 1 divided those 2. I just put that
8 over 27.
the 1.
Did you have the 1 in front of it?
Huh?
So,
I got it all.
yeah, most people will.
Well, you can only do that with that calculator though.
Yeah.
Because these ones all fraction.
Right. I think on that one there is, but you got to go find them. It's like n over d something. I got to go back and find it, but it's in there somewhere. You can convert. Okay. Yeah, like you said, most people will take this and do what? I mean, I would. At this point, I'd put it in my calculator. Yeah. And most people will. Okay. You understand that my responsibility is to show you how you got from here to there. Does that make sense? Okay. But yeah, I mean, most people will take their calculator and plug that in because they will do them. Okay. Just like on 6-6, when you guys did that, I showed you how to do it while you got from here to here, right? But you can just take it and plug it into your calculator, and it does most of the work for you. That's the nice thing about it, right? Okay. But you got to understand, you got to have a basic understanding. Because what's going to happen? You're going to get to a word problem, or you get to another problem, and you got to be able to change some things before you get to a certain point, right? Okay, so you got to know how to do those things. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, but most people, I do. I use calculator all the time. Okay. Okay, got 2 of these, right? Do these 2 real quick. Now I want to show you something. You're going to have to add parentheses right there on that problem. You guys do that real quick. On this one, your parentheses go here and here. On that one. Everybody got it? Okay, same thing on this one. Parentheses go here and here. Justin, are you getting out of this class?
Should be.
I think they took you out, big guy. They may probably tell you later. I think they might have taken you out. Did you change your schedule?
They should have changed my third hour, but
Well, it looks like it probably changed your whole schedule. Okay. So you might want to go check with them on that. Towards the end of the class. Hello, Justin? Are you with me? Like towards the end of the class, you may want to go check with the counselors. All right? Raise your hand if you need more time with this first one. Okay, how many of you got A on the first one? B? C? Raise your hand if you got C. How many of you got D? So, between C and D? Okay, the answer is C. You guys want me to work it out?
Yep.
Okay. I think it's C. Pretty sure it's C. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I got to add 3 to both sides first. And I'm going to rewrite it. Okay, so I got to take this to the what power, guys? Third power. I think that's where you guys messed your step. Okay, so this changes 2y plus 1 equals what? And then do I need to check it? Why? Exactly. Look at my multiple choice. I mean, it says no solution on there. But it doesn't say that on there anywhere. Okay, so is there any point in checking it? No, exactly. Okay, very good. Don't forget too on the ACT test that you guys are fixing to take, what do you need to do every time you come to a problem? You need to try to eliminate answer choices, right? Okay, so you read through the problem and see if you can eliminate answer choices right off the bat, right? All right. Raise your hand if you need more time on this one. What should I do first, guys?
Subtract the 4. Oh, add the 4, sorry. 14.
Now, and you guys understand I'm dividing this whole side
Yeah.
by 7. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Can we put parentheses on the 5m plus 4 and change it into the 1/6 hour?
Yeah,
and
sure can.
bracket it in 6?
You sure can. Yep. That's what I was talking about on that one example. Okay? It's the same thing. So, me personally, I know what it's going to change to. So, if I'm doing my mental math, I'm like, I know what it's going to change to, right? So, isn't it the same thing as just doing this? See what I'm saying? So, if you want to, yeah, you can do that. You don't have to, all right? And then,
Sorry, it's 64. Not
oh, isn't it?
36. Yeah.
Oh, that's- Coach Morris will be all right.
I was just saying the same thing.
What's 60 divided by 5?
12.
Again, do I need to check it?
No.
Okay, there's none of those answers say no solution. So are you okay?
No. I need
Where-
to not say that.
Where are you getting hung up at, Tori?
The very beginning. I'm not kidding. It's okay.
So you're always your first step in the beginning, okay, is you want to isolate the radical. Okay, and everything that's attached to the radical. You see what I'm saying? Okay, do you know what a radical is? Okay. A radical is this symbol right here.
Okay.
That's radical. Okay, so this part right here, that's your radical. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so this right here, and then this, those are basically attached together. You see what I'm saying? So, what else is on the same side as it? What else is on the same side of the equal side? What is all over here? Very good. Okay, so I have to move those two away from the radical before I can start modifying the radical. I'm sorry? Yeah, we're just going to move it away. It's like isolating the variable, right? Okay, so how do I, if I have 2x plus 3 equals 6, how do I get the x by itself? Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so we treat a radical just kind of like a variable. I have to move everything away from it to isolate it. You see what I'm saying? Before I can start modifying it. Okay, so that's why we added 4 first, okay? And then we divided by 7 here, okay, to move it. It's just like moving the 2 away from the x here. I'm going to move the 7 away from the radical. Yeah.
So to get 2, you took 7 and divided it by 14 and got 2.
14 divided by 7 is 2, isn't it?
So that's what the radical over there is with the 6 next to it. The 2 in parentheses with the 6, is that what you did or what?
Yeah, because I got to this point right here, and my radical is to the 6th nth root, right? Okay, well, if I were to rewrite that, it's just gonna end up being what? Okay, it's just gonna be 5m plus 4 to the 1/6. This part right here. You see what I'm saying? Well, I mean, to get rid of that, then I would just do what? Take it to the 6th power. You see what I'm saying? So 6 times 1, 6, 6 times 1, 6, 6 over 6 ends up being what? 1. So anything to the 1st power is just going to end up being itself. You see what I'm saying? I just bypassed that step here because I knew what was fixing to happen. So this step that I did here, I just did it right here. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay. You guys worked that one yet? Is that a yes or no? Do you guys need more time working it? Anybody like more time, or you want me to go ahead and work it? You want more time? Okay. Can I do the first couple of steps? Okay, so watch this story. We'll see if we can get this. You're okay. The French used to help you out on this one a little bit, don't they? Okay, what would you move first on this one?
4.
Very good. How? Not a girl. And then I'm just going to bring the rest of it down, right? $81. Okay, now what's next? 59, good. Right? Okay, Makai? Do you want me to change this, or can I just do this?
And you can just change it like that because
Good, because you know it's going to end up being what? Yeah, this right here is the same thing as 3/8 plus 3 to the 3rd. Right? Okay. Okay, so now, by cubing it, I'll lose my radical, right? If I cube the left side, I got to cube,
right.
okay? What's 9 cubed?
729.
729? Okay, and then what?
Subtract 3.
Two,
42.
1.
242.
What's my answer? They are like this one.
Not in my eyes.
Well. If you get stuck, just ask and I'll help. I'll help try to get you started. Or you can ask one of your neighbors maybe. Okay, maybe they. Somebody besides Jay.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, you're shaking your head.
Well, people are just annoying.
Oh.
I don't understand that. I really don't.
So that's what you're shaking your head at.
Yeah, like.
Do you know what's going on this?
Yeah, I do actually.
So you could help her?
Yeah, I can.
Perfect. There you go. Very nice. Good. Yeah, just leave your phone.
Wait, can I go after?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's gonna be like an everyday deal with you. Like every day.
Yeah, seriously.
I have work to do.